Good evening, viewers. Welcome to today's news bulletin. Let's now take a quick look at today's headlines. India's COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 93.58%. Prime Minister Narendra Modi virtually inaugurates Bengaluru Tech Summit 2020 today. Meghalaya Chief Minister meets several union ministers in Delhi, seeks additional funds for completion of various projects. And Meghalaya Health Minister A.L. Hek appeals to the public to remain vigilant against COVID-19. The COVID-19 recovery rate of the country has further improved to 93.58%. More than 83,83,000 people have recovered so far. The active cases currently comprise only 4.95% of the total positive cases, and the total number of active cases in the country is 4,43,303. In one day, 585 deaths have been reported, taking the nationwide toll to 1,31,578. Meghalaya on Wednesday registered 79 new cases of COVID-19 with 59 new recoveries and 1 death. So far, the total number of active cases in the state stand at 753 with 10,014 total recoveries and 103 deaths. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that India is uniquely positioned to leapfrog the world in the information era. Inaugurating the Bengaluru Tech Summit virtually today, he emphasized that it is time for the tech solutions designed in India to be deployed to the world. Saying that India has the best minds and biggest market, he said the Indian tech has the potential to go global. The summit, to be held for 3 days starting today, will see the participation of 4,000 delegates, 270 speakers in 75 panel discussions. 25 tech nations are participating in the summit, along with thought leaders, industry captains, technocrats, researchers, innovators, investors, policymakers and educators.
Our governance model is technology first. Through technology, we have enhanced human dignity. Millions of farmers receive monetary support in one click. At the peak of the COVID-19 lockdown, it was technology that ensured that India's poor receive proper and quick assistance.
Department of Drinking Water and Sanitation of the Ministry of Jal Shakti is celebrating World Toilet Day under Swachh Bharat Mission Grameen for promoting awareness on access to safe sanitation. On this occasion, top districts and states are being felicitated with Swachhata Puraskar. The theme of this year's World Toilet Day is Sustainable Sanitation and Climate Change. In a message, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu said poor sanitation increases the risk of transmission of diseases. He urged the people to reaffirm their commitment to keep India open defecation-free. The Vice President also reserved special praise for Meghalaya, as he said it is the first state to have its own water policy. Health Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan has expressed confidence that COVID-19 vaccine will be made available to the people of the country in a couple of months. Speaking at FICCI program virtually, Dr. Vardhan said a tentative guideline has been planned for the distribution of vaccines. He also said that an estimated 400 to 500 million doses of the vaccine will be available by July and August next year, which can be administered to about 30 to 35 crore people initially. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma, leading a delegation from Meghalaya, met with several union ministers in Delhi over the past few days. In his meeting with Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharam, the Chief Minister sought quicker release of the state's share of central taxes and faster approvals for certain projects. Minister for the Development of North-Eastern Region Jitendra Singh was requested to intervene for the sanction of remaining roads under the North-East Road Sector Development Scheme, which include Maushin Road, Haihim Road and Borhat Sonapur Road. Additional funds were also sought for the completion of Shillong International Centre for Performing Arts and Culture. The Chief Minister also met Union Home Minister Amit Shah, who was apprised of matters in Meghalaya that require the centre's urgent attention. Meghalaya Health Minister A.L. Hegg has appealed to the public to remain vigilant and guard against complacency even as COVID cases in the state have decreased. He advocated strict adherence to all the protocols laid by the government. Talking about the future of the pandemic in the state, Hegg said that even though the state is not expecting a second wave, the government has to be prepared for any eventuality. Hegg lauded the public, saying that the people are alert and disciplined and most of them follow the instructions like wearing masks, maintaining social distancing and hand hygiene.
See, now should not be complacent. Anything, anytime can happen. We are not expecting the second wave in Meghalaya, but we have to prepare for any eventuality. Anything happen, anytime, any moment. People should be very alert and take care of themselves and adhering to the protocol given from time to time given by the government health department. No, we are not expecting. I saw many of our people, which is, I'm not saying that in totality in all, but majority of our people are very disciplined, very disciplined. I saw they are wearing masks, they are maintaining their social distancing, and also the hand hygiene. So this is all shows that we are not expecting the second wave because people are alert and also disciplined by themselves.
An attestation parade was held yesterday at the 1st MLP Battalion Armed Force Training Centre, Maoyong, Shillong. 83 recruits who underwent a rigorous basic training module were attested into the police force on the occasion. The training module comprised of subjects such as maintenance of law and order, counter-insurgency operations and others. Meghalaya Home Minister Lakmin Rimpoy graced the occasion as the chief guest and reviewed the parade. Among the police officials who attended the passing out parade were R. Chandra Nanthan, IPS, Director General of Police and other senior officers. Hundreds of members belonging to different NGOs of Meghalaya gathered at several designated places across the state to register their protest against the government. The protest is against the delay in implementing various demands such as the inner line permit, inclusion of Kasi in the 8th schedule, setting up of entry and exit gates, etc. The NGOs involved included the Kasi Students Union, Federation of Kasi, Jaintia and Garo People, Hinyautrap National Youth Front, Reboy Youth Federation, Garo Students Union, Achik Youth Welfare Association and the Association of Democracy and Empowerment.
Hang ni ngas ko ban pen mau ba ya kani kejing khi kejongi kadi kejing khi ka bang las dang lu ben snam ka ban kong kadi ha ka isu CAA ya kapak sarkar India kelawan ra ya kini ka an ban penrekam ban ailat ya kita di nong jong kiwi kiri di bang marjan bakari India ha ka keteng jokaniam ban ailat ya ki binwan ban long ki nong pura jong kari.
And now for the weather report. The maximum temperature recorded in the city was 18.5 degrees Celsius and the minimum temperature was 7.5 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity in the morning was 81%, while it was 73% in the evening. The forecast says that the city and its adjoining areas will most likely remain dry. And before we wind up with our headlines, here's an announcement. Our news bulletin is now available live on our YouTube page. In addition to watching on television, viewers may visit the DD News Shillong YouTube channel to tune in to our daily bulletin. And now for the headlines once again. India's COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 93.58%. Prime Minister Narendra Modi virtually inaugurates Bengaluru Tech Summit 2020 today. Meghalaya Chief Minister meets several union ministers and Delhi seeks additional funds for completion of various projects. And Meghalaya Health Minister A.L. Hegg appeals to the public to remain vigilant against COVID-19. And with that, we've come to the end of today's edition of the News Bulletin. Do join us back tomorrow at the same time. Good night.